Welcome back to the reading vlog. We have a particularly late start to the vlog, which I have an excuse for, but yeah, it is already Wednesday morning, like morning lunchtime around that. Yes, I wanted to start this vlog on Monday. I forgot Monday evening. I just listened to an audiobook and I kind of forgot to check in with you, which I will come to in a minute. And then yesterday, I just didn't have time because I spent my whole complete afternoon getting tattooed. And this is the new tattoo I have gotten myself, which is really, really nice. I don't know, you can't see it particularly well here, but it is a hognose snake. And yeah, I'm absolutely in love, but it took the whole afternoon. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. But yeah, so I was in pain obviously yesterday, and I was really, really tired once I got home, so I couldn't start the vlog, to be honest. So yeah, we're starting on a Wednesday, but at least I finished the book already. I finished the audiobook I started, which is called What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. It is a horror book, but I feel like it is a particularly mild horror book, slightly humorous. I did really like all of the characters. I like the topic of the book, which is mushrooms. I feel like you can maybe guess where the book is going if you just have that little information. But we have our main character. He is, I think it's a she. Um, she's pretty much, she's a soldier from like a really specific army. I think it plays out in Europe. And she visits a friend because the sister of the friend, which she's also friends with, wrote her a letter that thinks her brother thinks she's dying. And so she goes there, and both the brother and the sister are in really bad shape. And so our main character is like, okay, something is wrong here. Both of them don't want to leave their house because it's all they have left of their family. And so she starts investigating a little bit and just starts trying to help. And then she also meets a mycologist, and there are some really weird mushrooms growing, and yeah, stuff like that, and then it goes into that. I thought at first it was maybe a haunted house novel, but it isn't. I think that's pretty important to say, because it obviously changes, what you think will happen in the book. It is not a haunted house novel, but I did kind of like it. I gave it 3.5 stars. It is not my favorite type of horror, but it was an enjoyable type of horror. Just like if you really want horror, that's definitely not the book. It's really mild and mellow and pretty obvious. I think it's inspired by an Edgar Allan Poe story, but I'm not totally sure because I haven't read the story yet. But I did see it in some reviews that might be the case. So if you know the story, you maybe will have a spoiler what the book is about. But yeah, I did enjoy it. It was a really, really nice audiobook. It was a short audiobook, which kind of worked out over the last few days. But yeah, so now we have Wednesday. I need to choose a physical book tonight. Well, probably not today, because today I'm Skyping with my friend, which we had to change that from yesterday to today because I was too tired yesterday. So that is today. And then tomorrow I will have to choose the next physical read that I will be doing this month. I really need to get back into reading. I have realized that I'm having a little bit of trouble getting back into a routine, coming back from my vacation, and having time off. I don't know. I'm just not quite there yet, headspacey, kind of. So I need to get back into a routine, which with a new tattoo is now also a little bit more complicated. So yeah, that's just where we're at right now. So yeah, I will now finish my work for the day, then edit a video, eat something, do a little bit of gaming, and then I will just be Skyping with my friend, and then the day will be pretty much over. I do have to do a little bit of household stuff. But yeah, it's just, pretty normal, boring day with a little bit of pain in my head. But I love the tattoo. It's so good. We already also talked about the snake I want to get on this side, so we have a plan for that one as well, but I will just do that probably in half a year or something like that, you know. But yeah, it was so good to get a new tattoo. I really enjoyed it. And it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. So yeah, but I just love her. I don't know if she's the wrong way around, obviously, for you now, but she's really cute. And I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I will see you either in the afternoon if I pick up a book today against all odds, or tomorrow morning once I picked up a new book. So see you then. Okay, let's have a quick catch up. I didn't have a chance to check in with you yesterday. Because we had to do a spontaneous trip to the ER with my partner because he managed to slice his fingernail off with our vegetable slicer. Like, we bought a new one and he sliced pretty much half of his nail and a little bit of his like fingertip off. So yeah, we had to do a trip to the ER. And yeah, then I just didn't have the energy to check in with you yesterday because of that. It was a day. Let's start with this book, which I started yesterday and I've already like put away again because it is part 2 in a series. I thought it wouldn't matter, but it does matter. So I started this and stopped reading it like 20-30 pages in because I realized I would much rather start the series from the beginning. When I bought this, I didn't realize it is part 2 and not part 1. So I will need to come back to that book at a different time. Then what I did was start a different book, and that is The Navigator by Clive Cussler, sorry. I am 100 pages in, so I am actually hopeful that I can get through quite a bit of this book today, because I have quite some time to read today. So we'll see and try how much I can read of that today. But yeah, this one has to do with navigation. Like, it starts in like early days, like 900 BC or something like that. Like two brothers who have some kind of a feud, and so they sink one another, and then we have some artifacts in a museum that got stolen, and we have some people that are involved there. It's pretty convoluted right at the beginning of the book, I have to say. But it is nice. It has a lot of archaeology in there again, a lot of adventure. I don't know. I always have not really much to say about these because they feel really similar. Although we don't have any Russians in this book as far as I can tell. But yeah, it is with Kurt Austin again, which is one of the two Numa Files characters that we have as the main character, and he is pretty much on a mission with like some researchers or something like that, and then he has to help save some people who are in some trouble because one of the artifacts that was stolen in the museum, they have found them back again, and now they are in trouble because of that, because there are some people who want that artifact. It's like a small statue with a compass or something like that, and they want that back. And so that is the point where like Numa comes in and our guys start getting into the book. So yeah, it is interesting. It is your really pretty average adventure novel, I would say. And yeah, we'll continue with that one today. Other than that, I will do some gaming, some crocheting. I will show you tomorrow what I crocheted this whole week because I did get quite a bit done crocheting wise. Yeah, my tattoo is still healing. It is annoying. I forgot how annoying a healing tattoo can be, but yeah, that is also what is done. So yeah, I'm now done with work for the week, which is nice. And I think I've caught you up on everything that happened reading wise so far. So we'll see you tonight once I settle down here, and I will read as much of Clive Cussler as I can today. I would love to finish it today. The books read pretty fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if I can finish it today, but yeah, that is what I will try to do. And so we'll convene later, either like as like a check-in or when I finish with the book. We'll see what is doable. Okay, let's talk about this one. I did manage to finish it today. No thanks to the book, if I'm honest. I think I'm giving it 2 stars, which is the worst rating I've so far given a Clive Cussler book. This one just was really boring. It is still a fast read, but I didn't really enjoy it after the first like 150 pages. I think it's too much thrown together. We have like Jefferson in there who did some um, translation work in like a cipher, and then we have a whole lot of this navigator stuff from like 900 BC. And we have the Old Testament in there. It's like a really like thrown together thing, and you know it's made up like one of those like conspiracy theories. And we have a new woman that Kurt Austin falls for, and you know she's this really like cool agent who handles like archaeological stuff. But it is, you know, all of those components, you have like a lot coming together, but then it turns out just really boring. It is just kidnapping, jousting, like weird hobbies that the villains have. And then, you know, they are trying to kill each other, but like it's just it didn't really give me much, I have to say. I feel like the other ones were a lot better for some reason. I don't know. I already forgotten so much of the story. Which happens if I, you know, when I realize the book is boring, I do tend to, like, I read everything, but I tend to forget a lot about it, like, already, like, you know, once I get further through in the book, I already forget what came before and stuff like that, which is like a really bad thing I have. Like, I hate it because, I mean, it means that I can easily reread books. Even if I do really like them, I tend to forget a lot about them. But it also means that sometimes I have a hard time conveying to you like why I didn't like a book or like what happened in a book. It's, you know, it has its good stuff and bad stuff, you know. I was really tired today. I don't think it helped. But yeah, 2 stars for this one. I wasn't a fan. I mean, I still have quite a few to read through, so hopefully the next ones will pick back up again and will be a little bit more interesting. But we'll see. Now, the next book that I'm gonna read. I haven't chosen yet, but I think I have a good idea what I want to pick up next. So you will have to wait for tomorrow morning. Well, you know, it's the next clip, but for me it's tomorrow morning because I'm thinking I might know what I will read next, but I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've done today, and I did some gaming, you know. But yeah, that is pretty much all that happened today. Like a really boring day, but I needed that after yesterday. So yeah, I will leave you there now, and I will see you again tomorrow morning, and we'll see what I will have picked up. Hopefully, I think I will go with a fantasy or sci-fi at least to get a little bit of like something different. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's a little bit more interesting than that one. Okay, so it is now Saturday. This week has just been kind of off, you know. Just I have gotten so little sleep because of the tattoo since I've gotten it on Tuesday. It makes me really, really low mood-wise, which I know will go back, but like I forgot how annoying a healing tattoo is. Just like, to be honest, if you've ever gotten one, you know what I mean, probably. It's so itchy at the moment, it is driving me crazy. But that is the reason why the vlog has been a little bit on the lower mood. I did start a new book this morning. This is called Son of Avonar by Carol Burke. And it is the first book in the Bridge of Darnath series. So I got this random in like an eBay book lot that I bought. I am 50 pages in, so not that far. And I don't know yet what to think about the book. Just like something I realized straight from the beginning, it does depict a pretty like misogynistic worldview, and also kind of like our main character, she's a woman, She used to be married to like this sorcerer, and then her brother and her father, I think, they killed all of the sorcerers, including her husband, and they also killed her baby once it was born. They kept her captive till the baby was born, and then they killed the baby. And they sent her, like, she just walked out then. They didn't really care much about her. And so she lives in this small cottage and just like, she has a really hard life. But then she finds this weird man in the woods who kind of nearly chokes her out because he is running from her brother's like right hand pretty much. And for some reason she just takes him in, which, is a good story beginning. But why does she have to talk about how good looking he is and oh he's like a problem, but like man his eyes look good and he has abs. You know what I mean? I'm not happy about that. So hopefully that will go away within the book. But yeah, that is pretty much the point where I'm at right now. I will continue with this one tomorrow morning, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it loses those tendencies, because why? I mean, can't she just take him in because she feels for him? Because he can't talk for some reason, and he is really like confused and stuff, so obviously there is like a bigger problem. But like, why does she have to talk about his looks in terms of like, oh, he's crazy but he looks so good? You know what I mean? I'm not really happy about that. And then we have something I totally forgot to show you, and that is that my Evernight box came. And you know why I haven't shown you it? Because I was disappointed when it came. And that is the first time that happened with this box. As you can see, I have had this for 3 days now. I haven't even gotten the book out yet. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So, we have this really, really pretty looking book. It is called An Academy for Liars, and that is where the problem starts. This seems to be a dark academia book, and from the blurb things that comes with the box, it doesn't sound like a horror book to me at all, and it sounds like, one of these weird YA books. So I don't really know. It says that she got our main character is called Lennon, and she got an invitation to go to this like college, and it's a school of magic, and she has gotten the invitation to go there because she has the innate gift of persuasion, and so she can wield it as like a weapon, for example. And so it is like a really, really crazy power pretty much, and it kind of takes a toll on her. And then we have Dante, her classmate there. And then it's like, oh, and the more she's at the school, the more she learns about the school and about Dante and his pretty dark and violent past. And then she has to like learn to embrace like her power without succumbing to like corruption and darkness. And I feel like this sounds so much like a lot of these YA fantasies. It doesn't like mention like that they become like a couple or anything like that. Well, not on that one. Here we have the nice sentence of she's captivated by all that surrounds her: her studies, the college's lush moss-draped campus, her brilliant classmates, but most of all by Dante, the charismatic advisor who both intimidates and intrigues her. You know what I mean? This really doesn't sound like it should belong in the Evernight box, in my opinion. The book is really pretty. Like, I can't really, fault the book. Like, it looks really good. But I'm a little bit afraid that it's not fitting for the theme. I will try to read it this month if I can get to it. It's also by Alexis Mrs. Henderson. I don't think I've ever read anything by her, so I will try to read it. But I feel like it doesn't sound like it fits in the horror book box, so that annoyed me a little bit, which is why I didn't get it out right away, and then I kind of forgot about it, and I remembered today. So yeah, I will put it on my TBR, and we'll see. Hopefully it is better than the blurb sounds, because to me the blurb sounds like a YA fantasy, and I really don't love those. So we'll see how this will go. Hopefully it's good. Probably, most likely, sadly, not. But I will give it a fair chance, you know. But yeah, that is pretty much everything for today. I am gaming, and that is what I will do for the rest of the day. I'm trying to like make sure I'm like busy so I can ignore the itching in my arm, because it's really driving me crazy. I've gotten my last tattoo like 4 years ago, and I really forgot how annoying the healing process was. Like, it's worth it, like totally worth it. I'm incredibly happy with it too, but I don't know if I'm as tolerant of the process as I was when I got tattoos a little bit more regular, like once a year, you know, and not every few years. But yeah, I don't know. You probably don't want me complaining about things like that. A last thing I wanted to show you was what I crocheted this week, because I did crochet quite a bit. I needed that. It's really good for my head. So I crocheted 6 of these leaf coasters. I feel like this is like a really pretty golden yellow color, and I really love doing these coasters, so I did 6 of those. And then I tried a new pattern, like 2 new patterns. One is like this one, which is like a mandala coaster, which I really like. I did this as a test. I really don't like this yarn or the color, but I feel like in purple it looks really nice. I have so far only finished 1 of those. Well, and then the second tryout one. Then I have 2 of these star coasters, which I don't particularly love, to be honest. Like, they look good, but they curl up, and that annoys me. And then we have this like basic hexagon pattern, which is it a hexagon? I think so. I have 4 of those, so I made a set. But for my taste, it's kind of a little bit too boring. I don't know if it's just me, but like if I compare it to a coaster like this, you know, I would always prefer this one, or like especially like the leaf ones, which I love the leaves. So yeah, I don't know if those are like too boring, or if I should make more of these. These go really quickly, and I mean, they look basic, you know, so maybe people would actually like to have those. So yeah, that is pretty much what I crocheted this week, which is quite a bit, which is nice. So yeah, I will probably also do some crochet more today, because I really need to keep busy, and that is really keeping me busy. So yeah, I hope, I don't know, I always say I hope next week it's less crazy. Like, I don't know, probably for a lot of people, like, this is still like a boring week for most people. For me, it has been quite the week. So yeah, I hope I could still give you a little bit of reading, you know? I mean, I finished 2 books, just like in between all of the craziness. So yeah, I hope you still enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!